Here's my timed walk that I did for you guys in Rome, but I'm back in Madeira, so I'm gonna do it from here. So I thought I'd do a combo video here. So this is my home base, so to speak. Okay, here's the yacht I'm on out there, berthed in Caleta Marina. So I did the calculations and made preparations last night on the boat for the Rome walk using the map of Rome that I actually had while I was there. But this is my home base, so to speak, where I do my uploading of videos, I eat my meals here, etc. And of course, I'm sure a lot of you guys who do what I do, go around the world, you guys are doing the same thing. You find a really cool spot, right, where they're accommodating in this way, and most places are, in marinas. They know that people, need to be connected to the world, and they know that lots of people have blogs now. So anyway, so this is Joe, and that's Joe behind the counter there with Jessica. Hey, Joe. Hey, Jessica. No smile from Jessica. Now she's shy all of a sudden. Oh, there she is. Okay. So it's Joe's face that I see first thing in the morning when I'm desperately waiting for my coffee, and then in the evening you'll find Joe doing pizzas back here with his wood stove. So anyway, it's a very, very cool place. Very cool restaurant. Aqui Caleta. And there's Lester, one of the really cool guys here. Here's the billboard, Aqui Caleta. So they have an outdoor patio too. I just have to get Bridget, Bjorn. So there's Bridget and Bjorn. What are you saying, Joe? That's the other Joe who works there. He calls me Canadian, so that means I'm part of the family. That's not the, well, what I mean to say is he calls me things that aren't as complimentary. That's when you definitely know that you're one of the family. So anyway, here's the gate to the marina, and this is what the card looks like they give you. You put the card here, door opens electronically. Okay, so let's go and do the timed Rome walk. It shouldn't take very long. Okay, so here's what the marina looks like from the dock here. Yeah, so the Rome walk, it's not an exact science, guys, right? You may I don't know, maybe even my math is a little off on some of it, but it's mostly accurate, and the places I visited are in fact those places. The stops I made were only 2. Yeah, but don't, start, harassing me because I'm off by a few minutes or whatever, right? I did it specifically for you, like it was my last day in Rome, and I decided to go out and walk for hours and hours just to show you guys that what it would be like if you just walked it to the major, what I consider to be the major historical sites. Yeah, okay, so I have to do a big jump here, so hang on a second. Okay, so here we are. I slept on the settee last night, so excuse the pillows and the blanket. Okay, actually this is the one I'm working on for Venice, and here is the one for Rome. All right, so here we go. Let me just switch hands here. Okay, so here's the overall map. Okay, here's the Termini, the main train station. Okay, the Tiber River down here. The Vatican, which is the only historical place of interest to me anyway, within the time frame that I had. Like, I mean, I would have loved to have explored there, you know, for an entire month, but for the time frame I had, the only historical site that was on the other side of the Tiber was the Vatican. Okay, so the main train station, and in fact my hotel was here, Milazzo, and in fact it was Hotel Milazzo. Perfect place, very safe neighborhood area. Everybody worries about being around the main train station. No, not to worry. Okay, and the other thing too is I didn't concentrate so much on the streets, guys, okay, because like, let's use these two as an example. I didn't use these two streets, but surely you can see it doesn't matter, frankly, whether you took this street to head in this direction or this street. They're both very close together. They're both heading in the right direction, etc. So I'll try to tell you which of the streets I used exactly, but I'm not focused on the streets. And when you're in Rome, you'll see, and you'll understand why. Excuse my sniffling, I still have a bit of a cold. Okay, and what else did I want to mention? Okay, so just a quick overview. Santa Maria Maggiore. Okay, and here's your frame of reference here, right? This is where we started. The main train station, the Termini. Okay, so Maggiore, Santa Maria Maggiore, the big beautiful church, and I got to do a bit of the mass there. It was quite a moving experience. Okay, the Colosseum, Trevi Fountain up here, Pantheon, right? Definitely, I think the oldest, yeah, the oldest historical site that I was at. What else? The famous bridge, Sant'Angelo Bridge, Sant'Angelo Castle, and the Vatican. Okay, there's a whole bunch of other stuff to see, of course, you know, along the way. But those are basically the main sites. Excuse me, and I had a couple of days to do this with, in, and what else? Okay, so here we go. Starting here. Okay, so the pink is the starting point and the first walk, right? The first part of it. So along this street here, okay, so I departed at 12:21 from here at the Termini and arrived at Santa Maggiore 12:26, so 5 minutes to do that walk. From there, I arrived at the Colosseum at 12:46. Okay, down to here, walked around the Colosseum to carry on. So that was 20 minutes to walk there. Walked up here and stopped for coffee at 1:39. So that was 53 minutes later. And stopping for coffee was somewhere up here. So the Colosseum's down here. Right? Right? And I stopped somewhere up here. And it was fairly close to the fountain. But I just needed coffee, right? And assuming that you guys are going to stop at some point too for a refreshment. So, to stop for coffee there at, so 53 minutes later, 1:39. I left the coffee shop at 1:50, and 11 minutes later, arrived at Trevi Fountain, 15 minutes later. At 2:05. So actually, I was probably down here somewhere. Sorry, guys, I don't remember exactly. because I know Rome now, so I know that 15 minutes, it would have taken me longer than 15 minutes to walk from here to, so I was somewhere over here. But in any case, Trevi Fountain, 2:05, 15 minutes later from the coffee shop. I departed Trevi Fountain at 2:07, and then from here came along this route and arrived at the Pantheon 5 minutes later at 2:12. Okay, departed the Pantheon almost immediately, and for the most part I didn't really linger. I just wanted to, the purpose of this was just to show you the walk, that is all. Obviously each of you are going to spend, you know, a bit of time in each place, and no doubt you're not going to do what I did in one day. But for those of you who only have a day, well, this will come in handy for you too. Departed the Pantheon at 12, so yeah, I didn't even stop. So 12:12 I carried on and arrived at the Vatican. Okay, came along here, up along this street here, along the Tiber, crossed Ponte Sant'Angelo Bridge, and it's just from there, it's just a straight walk along okay, I don't have my good glasses on, so I can't read that, but I'm sure you guys can. Straight into the Vatican. So I arrived at the Vatican at 2:45, so 33 minutes to walk from the Pantheon to the Vatican. 56 minutes later at 3:41 I departed. I left the Vatican and came down this way. So now we're in black as we're departing. Came down here. This is where I stopped. Okay, so I left the Vatican here. This is where I stopped at a really cool cafe and had croissants and coffee and stuff. And so I got to the coffee shop 6 minutes later, literally at 3:47. I departed the coffee shop at 4:11. Okay, and then I arrived. So left the coffee shop at 4:11, and I arrived back at the Termini at 5:45, so 56 minutes later. Okay, and it was a real easy way to get back. Ponte Principe Bridge, walked all the way along here, came up via Arenula, yeah, I can't read, but I don't have my glasses on. Via Nacional, right? And of course, you're constantly passing all kinds of historical sites and whatnot, right? Came along via whatever that says, across in behind Santa Maria Maggiore again, and then back to the Termini here. Okay, so that took 56 minutes to go from here, and again, just a leisurely walk, right? To go from here all the way back to the Termini here. And the entire trip, the entire walk, took about 6 hours and 6 minutes, give or take. Okay, so that's the Rome walk. I hope it was helpful to you guys. Now back to the back to Joe's restaurant, because I have a coffee, or actually what they call it here is a Cinezza. It's black coffee, but it's got cream in it. So okay, now for my giant step again, and then I'll go and upload this right away. And of course I have my Budapest videos that left that I still have to put up to. Okay, big step, here we go. Okay. Cool.